Welcome, everyone. Let's get right into it. A new study of over 26,000 people reveals that Americans are having far less sex than in the past. In fact, people are having it on average 9 times less per year than they were in the 90s, even less than people did back in the 1930s. You know who's having the most action between the sheets? Your grandparents. Yes, indeed. So this is not good for the millennials, but maybe good for...
In fact, millennials are having the least sex of all the decades of life. And
exactly.
Some of this is, in the study showed that it's from the rampant use of smartphones, and it's a tech-savvy culture. So people are literally checking their phones on an average of once every 6.5 minutes.
And 1 in 10 people actually checks their phone during sex, which just to me was mind-boggling.
That's the spot, that's the spot. And hold on. Hello?
Yeah, wait. Wait, I gotta get this.
So I think...
How does that even work?
And I think one of the other aspects, other than just the social media, is that people are now, there are 2-income families, people are working much more, the husbands and the wives have jobs, so people are tired at the end of the day.
I think stress is probably one of the #1 predictors for lack of sex.
I want to bring our good friend, psychotherapist Dr. Mike Dow into this conversation because it feels like we're living in an over-sexualized culture where sex is everywhere, so it's almost surprising for me to look at these statistics. People are having less sex, but sex is all around us.
Yeah, so here's what's going on. Those millennials, it's quantity over quality. So when you are rapid swiping, what happens in the brain, we know from research that the more you look at, the less happy you are with what you have, and then you're not happy with anyone you go on a date with. And Dr. Funk, to your point, we are Americans, we're sleeping an hour less than a generation ago. We are working more. So if you're working a 50-hour work week and you have a kid in college, which instead of $30,000 a year can cost parents $80,000 a year, that's a lot of stress, right? Mortgages are more expensive than they ever were. The affordability, less people own their homes. That all contributes to a lot of the Gen Xers, the Gen Ys, who are married, who are having kids. Yeah.
Is it possible that you could improve the sex life if you just made the rule that, whether it be in the evening or maybe your time is in the morning, that it's a cell phone free zone?
You can schedule it on your phone.
Right.
When the phone rings.
I mean, you guys have done really excellent segments where the optimal kind of number of times for happiness in a relationship is twice a week, right?
Yeah,
that if you
twice a week.
And by the way,
this is what I recommend for my couples. Not only twice a week, but you know, Dr. Travis, to your point, yes, a lot of people do juice cleanse. I recommend social media phone cleanses. So if you can turn your ringer off, that's hard for a lot of people these days. 45 minutes, it's hard for me. So.
Yeah, no, we were sitting next to another couple at a restaurant the other day, and again, I guess we're Gen Xers. We looked over, and both people were just sitting there on their phone across from each other at the restaurant, not talking, not interacting in any way. And so I do think that there's...
Well, and as far as I know, we know with sex and with hugging and kissing, you release oxytocin, which reduces stress. We know that the endorphins that are released during sex can decrease pain, help you sleep better. As far as I know, hugging your cell phone does none of those. So just keep that in mind.